Hey everybody, what's going on? We are here with a timeless reading. Welcome. Okay, first card that we have out, Eight of Wands. Looks like you're about to get into something that you want to get into. This can also be something happening faster than you think. Where are we moving? Okay. If you were having a difficult time moving through something that felt challenging because it was more so unpleasant, it looks like it's going to be speeding up. It's like maybe the part of the cycle where you're like, oh, this was the part that I didn't want to do, something like that. I'm seeing that it looks like you get the motivation to move through this, and it seems like you also even know that it's necessary for you to go this way. Let's see what this is about. We're going to clarify. Because I'm seeing there be this feeling of being like upset over something. It can even feel like a bit of a loss that you're moving through. But I'm getting just the process be, it does not take the time that you expect it to. This can also be like sadness about something that wasn't done. When I say that, it's like something could have happened where somebody like had a boundary and they didn't say it, or like didn't use their discernment within a situation and something happened, or like maybe didn't think something through or something like that, and it could have led to something even bigger that happened because of it. It's somebody being like, I didn't feel like I was in my right mind when that happened, or I felt like I overlooked this and I should have paid more attention to what was going on or to the details. Like I should have been more maybe logical with how I was assessing a situation, but it's feeling like someone may not have been, but it could feel out of character for this person, and it looks like it like wreaked havoc on this person's life in some way. And I'm seeing that it looked like a situation closed out because of it. So it could have been something where one felt like, okay, this was a mistake, but now there are like bigger consequences because of it. It's something like that. I'm seeing this really hurts on an emotional level. I'm seeing also too like a lot of different characters here, but this feels like, I do feel like this has to be moved through, pushed through, because something else is starting. So it may be something again where you're like, oh, it's going to take a while to dig through this just because of the heaviness of it, but I'm actually seeing that it moves faster than you think that it's going to, because there's something else for you to get into here, is what I'm seeing. And it's something that you want to be getting into. But yeah, what I'm seeing clarifying this Five of Cups, which can be like a mistake, a regret, like why did I do that? It can just be that feeling of like if you knew what you know now, you may have played things differently. However, there's also a lot of learning that's from this, you know, but I'm seeing somebody feel like something that they did was like not reflective of really how they actually are. And it feels like maybe for lack of paying attention or just not being in, I keep getting this saying of like not being in one's right mind, but I'm seeing this more so as somebody feeling like maybe they weren't presently aware in the way that they are now, or in the way that they normally are. And so something happened based off of that. And I am seeing it create sort of a division here where somebody felt like they were impacted very harshly emotionally. And I'm seeing Ten of Swords there, and I'm also seeing Ten of Swords here too. So it does feel like something concluded based off of that. I'm seeing someone feel like they got really hurt within this situation. And also, I'm seeing Page of Wands, so it makes it seem like this could have happened in the past and maybe you're getting into something now. I'm seeing Pisces. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody trying to figure out how to take action, but it seems like after the fact. So you could have had a situation that ended with someone. Let's keep going and see what's happening here. There could have been a lot of sadness about this too, but this can be that somebody's Five of Cups and Ten of Swords can be somebody being like, I really regret that we ended things. So this is somebody like immediately moving into a space of feeling like that, but I'm getting there's also like a lot of defensiveness because of being hurt. Here's Pisces again. Definitely somebody has either prominent, okay, Pisces placements. Somebody can have Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus. The way that these placements are coming out, someone has a prominent Pisces placement. At least one. Okay, so based off of what happened, right? And it feeling like some stuff may have even been unresolved, because this isn't a Ten of Swords where it's like, I'm glad that everything happened just like that, and I don't feel like I need to go back and tend to that in any way. Five of Cups says there's still some like unprocessed stuff where there can even be a feeling of like, I want to make up for that, or I wish I had shown up differently. You know, there are these feelings around it where it's like maybe there's a desire to edit in some way, or to fix, or to resurface somehow. So I'm seeing somebody be in that space. Seeing somebody be in that space where that's like really what they're thinking. They're thinking a lot about this ending, and it's like they're feeling really sad about it. This does feel like it already happened though. I'm not seeing this. Yeah. What I'm also seeing is that one feels too like they need to protect themselves against the unknown based off of what's already taken place. Which this has sort of been an energy that's been coming through lately, where when we're faced with the moon, which is sort of like a mirror that's shown to us because it's a mystery and you don't really know what's behind the curtain, you're going to project whatever onto it that's connected with how you're feeling. So what I'm getting is that when somebody is sort of faced with this mirror, what they're feeling is like, hey, I need to like be ready to protect myself because I don't know what's going to pop out there. So this is a feeling, somebody's ego is saying like, I'm not feeling particularly safe within this situation, and it seems like it's specifically based off of something that happened that really impacted somebody in a way that felt very harsh emotionally to them. They could have even felt like they lost something that they really cared about, or someone. It could be a relationship. But I'm getting that. Okay, so Five of Swords is like, I'm keeping my heart protected because I'm not feeling safe. And you see how this person's like ready for whatever. And it's the moon, so it's like, you could have a rainbow come out from the other side of it. Like, is this necessary? But somebody is sort of like running a program right now based off of what happened. But I'm getting that it's just the Fool behind the moon. So what this means is that somebody's over here like ready to spar, and it's really what's hidden is like a leap of faith in something that one can actually be hopeful and excited about. Because this is meant to be something, it's like this is meant to be exciting. It's meant to be an adventure. You're like, in order to be the Fool, you have to have your heart open and be like, it's a mystery. I'm going to see what this is. Like, I'm going to sort of go go on this trip and see where it leads me. But if you have your heart closed, it's like starting off immediately feeling shut down. So it's just something to be mindful of moving through this. Because I'm not seeing anything that one needs to be on guard about. I'm seeing something that you actually need to not be on guard about, because you need to have your heart open. But it can also be requiring to one to sort of have courage within this situation. And one may not be feeling like that. One may be feeling more defensive than courageous. I am hearing something about trying things again. Speaking about being defensive, we have the Seven of Wands, which is a card about being defensive. Somebody, it's like their feelings are trying to like come up out of their heart, and I'm seeing the person like trying to push it back down, like, not right now, go back in there. You know, it reminds me of, for those of you, anybody here, has anybody seen Ponyo before? It's like when Ponyo is like this little fish, and Ponyo has this whole family of little sibling fish, and she wants to go out and explore the world, and they're contained sort of within this little bubble. And when she starts breaking out, it's like all of her little siblings want to follow her like on the adventure, but then they get like pushed back in to like keep them protected inside this little like membrane thing that they're in. That's what this is feeling like. It's like these parts of you where the little like Page of Cups, which is like all your little emotions and senses and feelings that want to come out and be like, I'm feeling something, I'm sensing something, which like that's the time for them to take stage. Where I'm getting you be is being like, get back in there, like I don't want you to be coming out right now. But it does seem to me like you're feeling something, like you're connecting with something whether you want to or not. But I'm also getting you feel protective of your energy as well, because you're trying to save yourself from being disappointed again. You're trying to save yourself from being sad again. You're trying to save yourself from being hurt again. You don't want to be crying again. Like, I'm seeing you don't want to be in that spot that you were in. Because for some of you, I'm seeing like you could have fell into a depression because of this, or just like gotten into something really dark, or like just this Five of Cups, there's such a like frozen, somber energy connected with it. And it even feels like there's a lot of depth. Like, this is reminding me of the cover of like a photo album or something, and it feels like all these very sad memories sort of. So maybe you have like some type of catalog, whether it's like metaphorically or like literally, of sort of the sadness that you moved through, but that felt really, really heavy, and maybe you don't want to open that back up again, and that's part of the reason why. And the situation that you're in right now, I'm seeing it be a mystery. You're like, this could potentially be opening that back up again, and do I actually want to go back there? But then there's also a chance that it's not going to. With the moon, it's like you don't actually know. So I'm seeing you go into some type of like mysterious, unknown situation. Like, that is where you're going right now. Having Eight of Wands moving into the moon, it's like you're definitely like going into the dark right now, and you don't really know what you're going to come out with on the other side. So I'm just getting you be very, very guarded moving through this. Yeah. I'm seeing it's all based off of your history. Feeling very worried, too. But I do feel like you're kind of keeping yourself a little bit trapped here. Yeah, I'm seeing that what your guides are saying I really wonder what this situation is for each of you, too. Because it seems like something very complicated that you have had happen. Probably a relationship or something is what it's seeming like. What I'm seeing your guide say is that what's going to be helpful for you is to kind of tend to your fears in whatever way it is that you care for them, and like your anxieties in whatever way it is that you care for them, and also to take on sort of, to channel the energy of the Fool, which channeling the energy of the Fool, that's about like, you know, getting knocked down and standing back up again. It's about opening your heart. It's about opening your heart to like the universe and the world and to adventure, and rather than just staying all like shut down and closed down and warding everything off and being like, I'd rather be like this than be hurt again. It's sort of like inverting that and being like, okay, like if I get hurt in a situation, I get hurt, but at least I'm living my life, you know? Because that's what the Fool is about. It's about sort of seeing where life takes you. But if you're not up for that also, you don't need to be in that energy. But what I'm getting is your guide saying, don't just assume because something is an unknown that it's something that's gonna bite you, you know? Because I'm not seeing a situation be like that, but I am seeing you be like that. But it's because of what you've gone through before and not wanting to be hurt again. But that's not to say that you're picking that up from this situation. As I said before, like, you're basically looking at a mirror right now, and so whatever you're seeing reflected back is just telling you like the subconscious state that you're in, because I'm seeing it hasn't really been revealed to you what's behind there, so you automatically being like, I gotta protect myself, this is something unsafe, I'm getting these messages, I gotta be cautious about it. It's like, that's not actually what I'm seeing here. That's not what's coming through within the energy. And you know, like, what I'm reading is what's going on actually behind the scenes here. So it's going to help you to keep that in mind. Do this in a way that feels practical, baby steps. You don't need to be taking these big, like, whopping leaps as you move through this. You just move through it in a practical way, in a way that you feel good about, and you stay grounded as you move through this too if you choose to go in this direction. But I'm not seeing it be discouraged. More than anything, this feels like your guides telling you that your mindset, you're going to be seeing reflected. And so I need to say this specifically and particularly. For some of you, there is a situation that you're facing right now that you may be like, am I picking up signs that like something's gonna happen and I shouldn't get into this? I'm not seeing that be the case. I'm seeing your guides actually encouraging you to be open and open your heart to this. However, based off of like trauma / pain, whatever you want to call it, that you've been through, you're projecting a bit onto this based off of your heart chakra being closed. So I'm not seeing the situation warrant that. It's basically your past situation and like history programming that you're projecting onto this. That's why you're feeling the way that you are. But I'm not seeing anything of concern. And you guys know that I would tell you too if I was seeing something where it's like, maybe don't step that way, maybe go in a different direction. I'm not seeing anything like that. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that's coming off of your energy that you're putting onto something that is really just reflecting you back to you. Also though, if you feel like you're not ready for that, then maybe you're not ready for that, you know, and that's okay too. I guess it's also about being honest with yourself. Like, can you open your heart to this situation? Like, are you able to get yourself in that space, or are you not? And if you're not, that's also okay too. You don't need to do anything that you don't want to do. All of this is just what you're willing to do. Some of you are just looking for reassurance, which this is definitely meant to be. Others of you, you may look at this and be like, you know what, no, it's like too hard for me, or like I'm not healed yet from this, or like I don't want to open myself up to this, and that's also okay as well. This looks like it has to do with working something out with someone is what I'm seeing. I'm looking at the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I'm seeing Pisces and I'm seeing Uranus here. Yeah, it has to do with like manifesting what you want within your heart and really looking into that and sort of deciding here what you want to do. I'm seeing some future stuff be connected with this. It looks as well like some very like divine cosmic things are happening that you may be really seeing themselves reveal to you at this point, but it could be very unexpected. And because of your history and what you've gone through in the past, you may not be feeling super open to this because I'm seeing you definitely have been burned. But more than anything, I want the takeaway of this to be that I'm not seeing this be a repeat type of situation. Like, this is not going to be a reoccurring thing that you've already experienced. So just know if you go into this, I'm not seeing it be like the same thing is going to happen. And again, you all know that I tell you if I'm seeing something where it's like it's going to be the same thing, like don't get your hopes up here. I'm seeing the other person's energy hasn't changed. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing you being encouraged to open yourself up to this if you are willing to. But it's really your guides being like, hey, if you're interested, go for it. Because it does seem like something is ready to be worked out now. And that can mean too that somebody's ready to be worked with now, that you may want to work some things out with. Heavy, heavy Pisces placements. Somebody has a prominent Pisces placement, for sure. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm hearing something about swiping. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.